How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Loose Cannons podcast. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hit the like button, hype the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Back to winning ways. Big up Jordan. Big up James in the building as always. Big up the community as always. You know what to do. Like, hype, subscribe. Individual channels in the description below. And a special welcome, special guest in the building tonight. Troops is in the building.
YouTube heritage. YouTube heritage.
You're right,
bro. I've been waiting, blood. You know, like I've been waiting on the call up, blood. You understand?
I don't there, like,
I've been putting in the work week in, week out. You get me? Banging, last minute winners of them thing there, and you know what I mean? Man, finally got the call up, blood. You get me?
Come on, you know, but you know what it was? Yeah, we was meant to do this really on your Jamaica hurricane, stream. Like it was meant to be us four, but that stream got so wild that by the time us three connected on, there was like 7 other men in the house, and it was already flowing. So people didn't, because there's a couple of people that messaged me saying, "Oh, we didn't get the show with Troops, but you're getting it now, people." So
yeah, it's here now, blood. You get me?
Trust me. And obviously the donate, listen, the link is still there. I'm going to put it in the description, people. It's close to 6K. So if you can donate, big up Troops. He's done a 24-hour stream. He raised just over 5K. But if we can, as a Loose Cannons community, make it hit 6K, then, show the link some love in the description below. And whatever you can do, obviously, will help. And Troops will make sure that gets to where it needs to get to. But yeah, what are you saying, Troops, man? Long time since we done a stream as well, bro.
Yeah, it's been a minute, blood. You understand? Just out here, man. You get me? Top of the league. You get me, man? I just hate him, blood. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. Like last time we really been on a stream together, it was shaky. It was
shaky, we were cussing, blood. It was shaky, bro. It's on the ropes, fam. You understand? Yeah, man was walking the plank and them thing there.
Trust me.
But now the vibe is like, now the vibe is good. I can't lie. It's where it's supposed to be.
100%.
You were at the game, weren't you?
Yeah. I took the boys to the game, man.
Was the atmosphere good?
First half, it was good. First 10 minutes of the second half, it kind of got techie because that's when they kind of started to press in it. But then we kind of, when the changes was made, when Saka came on, that kind of lifted it again, innit? And then the crowd kind of carried them through.
No, you know why I asked was that
the Brentford fans are terrible. Let me just say that. These man, Brentford fans are terrible, bro. These man sit down in the away end. These man sit down in the away end, bro. How can man be saying a night of football at the library, but you're there sitting down, blood? Make it make sense, bro. Man was sitting down. Actually, because I imagine where I was next to the away fans, innit? So when they say it's actually turned, and I said, "Are you pricks actually dumb? You're sitting down and you're trying to chat about library, blood." I said, "Shut up, rude boy." And then that's when I was spotted, innit? You get me? Before then, I was calm. You understand? But don't be giving library talk and you're there sitting down, blood. You understand? I've never seen no one sit down in their way in, bro. Man's been 5-0 down and man's still standing up. You understand? Like,
yeah, you're not wrong still. Away ends are usually bouncing, regardless of what's going on.
You get
unless shit is really hitting the fan, and we've been through those times as well. Jordan, unusually quiet. I mean, for a start of the stream, like, what's going on? Is it because it's a midnight? Brother. Is it a midnight record? You're not used to this?
Yeah, these midnight ones, Troops. So just so you know, I'm the one that wants to do the 7 a.m.s and the 8 a.m.s. You know what I mean? These midnight ones, I'm not up all night like you, man, doing the ting. So I need to warm up a little bit. Need to warm up. We'll get.
Oh, mate, it is what it is. But yeah, listen, 1,000 likes, nice and early. Have we hit it? Surely. If not, make it happen, people. 1,000 likes, and obviously Troops' channel. Not that it needs much PR promotion, but his channel is in the description as well. But obviously, focus on the GoFundMe. First and foremost, and see what we can do over there. But yeah, Troop, I was going to ask you about the game and the atmosphere first and foremost, but James beat me to it. But you've also mentioned good times, and gone, James.
No, do you know why I asked? Was Arteta made a real point of it before the game?
Beforehand, yeah.
And I get it. We had 3 massive games post international break. It was interesting that he kind of wanted to make a point of that. So I was quite quick to ask when I heard Troops at the game. But sorry, carry on.
It was smart as well, because getting up for the North London derby, Bayern Munich and Chelsea is easy. So he's probably thinking, it's the Brentford one. I need to really I ain't got to rouse them for them 3 games, but this is the one where I need man to not get complacent and get a little bit slack. Like, no, these are the banana skins that can mess us up. So this is the one I need you to really bring it. So I think it was strategic from him.
And
it was smart.
I think he knew that the amount of rotation that was going to happen, whether by force through injury or by force through the week we've just had. Because when I look, listen, I'm not going to lie. When I looked at the starting lineup, I thought, oof. It started making me think about Bayern Munich and maybe we should have rotated a bit there. If this was because I feel like the Chelsea game makes this week 2 must-wins in Brentford and Villa, and then a week where I believe we can rotate a bit more with Bruges and Wolves. But he rotated all in. But Brentford did some rotation too. But when you look at the side, Ben White, Mosquera, Hincapié, 3 of the defenders, not first teamers. Then you have the front 3, the whole attack: Madueke, Martinelli, and Merino, who's 3 non-starters. But with all due respect to Merino, I think at this stage I'm calling him a starter. I think it's his position to lose.
He's turned clutch, I can't lie. Like if you play him in the false 9, yeah, brother, he's unplayable at points, bro. Like, I'm a Gyokeres fan, innit? Like, that's my brother, innit? Like, and I was one of the fans in the stadium, like, shouting, "Bring on Gyokeres, bro!" Like, I am here to see Gyokeres, blood. Like, bring on my striker. You understand? But Merino, like, bro, he just keeps popping up in the right place at the right time. Whether it's Spain, whether it's Arsenal, he's getting vital goals as well, blood. Like, equalizing goals to take the lead. These are like key moments. He's not getting like the 3-0, the 4-0. He's getting the 1-0, the 2-1, the 1-1s. Do you understand?
The Glock is empty. Dead that.
I allow that.
You need to put some respect on my boy. Double M. Listen, forget.
Said double M,
Double M. Put some respect on him. I'm trying to tell Turkish and James, this is the guy.
I like Merino, bro.
We rate him. We rate Merino.
Last year,
Jordan decided. No. I'm not having this. Jordan 3 weeks ago decided he rated the guy, and now
that's
has
not
made
true.
him.
Whoa.
Now you've made it your anti-Martinelli thing, where you're like, Merino's my guy. Always backed him. Always rated him.
Yeah, because you're on to Martinelli still. You've been on Martinelli for time.
The thing is, I'm fair because if you notice in this season, I've been praising man. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's been performing. Yeah. All them doo-doo performances you lot were praising for the last 2 seasons that I was calling out. This is what I was talking about. I wanted from him. So I'm fair. I'm with Merino. No, I got to challenge James on that one. Last season there were a few games, granted, where I was a bit like, I don't think he's been crap, but I don't quite see what his output has been, right? But I've always said that he's techie. The guy's got a beautiful feet. The guy's great in the air, and he's very smart of his movement. I've seen that because he's not flashy. He's not flashy. There's no step over. There's no top corner. There's no mad skill. So man's like, oh, he's not all that. Bro, he does the basics really, really well. So I've always rated Merino. Now, did I see this level? No. But what I'm saying is double M. Put some respect on my boy Double M, because right about now, the Glock better just sit and relax. I don't want to see him right about now. I don't want to see him. The caravan is parked. Don't bring him on the pitch yet. Allow me. Right about now, Merino is our striker. And that's an indictment on the caravan, as far as I'm concerned. But right about now, it's his shirt to lose. It's Turkish shirt.
You ain't giving Gyokeres a fair chance, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
Listen.
He's had how long?
Now, Merino, as you just said yourself, Troops, Merino is doing significantly more than the Glock. And he's not even a striker.
Yeah. No.
Is Gyokeres getting the chances that Merino's getting?
What? Because Merino's getting bags of chances, Troops. Is he getting bags and bags of chances?
He sees the ball more than what Gyokeres sees on the pitch.
Because his movement is smarter.
No, but Gyokeres is an out-and-out striker. Merino's more midfield, so his movement is more of a midfielder. It's more
that makes it worse.
Link up the play and then make them late runs. Gyokeres is just. But remember, these players ain't played with a striker as well, so they don't know how to actually play with a natural.
You're making excuses. You're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses, blood. Like for me, Gyokeres, I don't think like he's had a fair run. Like he's working off scraps. Like look at the Chelsea game. How many times did he touch the ball when he come on? How many times? They're not looking for him.
I think that's an indictment on him. What are they actively not trying to pass to him?
The only man that passed to him.
The Glock's there, so let's pass. Is that what they're doing? They're actively.
Yeah, they go to the wing. The only man that go over the top and play his style of football is Eze and Zubamendi. Everyone else goes wide to go forward.
I've got to be honest, guys. Full credit to Merino. It's not just the goal; it's the pass to Saka, which I think he gets an assist for. Merino had 2 great moments, but I'm going to say it. I don't like. I think his all-round performance was still iffy. I still think there's heavy passes. I still think there's heavy touches. When I look at Gyokeres, I still prefer him. Sorry, I do. Like, he stretches defenses. He runs in beyond. He makes the kind of runs that an Erdegaard wants to pass to, and Eze wants to pass to, Azubi wants to pass to. I don't think Merino brings in the wingers. I don't think Merino actually is an out-and-out 9. Like, I saw him compared to Giroud today. Like, Giroud brought players into the game way more. Where I give Merino immense credit, and I think he's the best in the squad at this, he's a pure killer.
Yeah,
he's the best finisher in the team. And that in itself is major credit. Like, I get why he doesn't run the channels like Gyokeres. He doesn't have his pace and power. He doesn't have his running instinct. I get all that. That's fine. So he's asked to do a job. And for that, he's got my all respect and all praise and everything. But if we can get Gyokeres up to what he was against Atletico, against Burnley, you know, that cluster of games before he got injured, that's still our best striker for me.
Let me ask you something, James, because I was thinking about it. And it's weird because look at the way we was playing pre Gyokeres injury, where I'd say 4 or 5 games you could see an improvement in the attack overall, which I think needed to happen before we even focus on Gyokeres and the midfield. We saw improvements, but a lot of our goals were set piece goals, right? But then a lot of all of our goals in the last 4 games have been from open play. But it doesn't feel like we are as fluid as we was in those 4 or 5 games before Gyokeres got injured, if that makes sense. So what's happening there?
But this is like, I think sometimes you can overanalyze. Like, I think sometimes you can just look for trends and patterns. Like, I agree. I think the football is really fluid. Are you saying it was fluid when we had Gyokeres up front?
Yeah. He was opening up the midfield, and there was a lot more space for them to get into.
I agree. So let's look at, for example, Newcastle away. Yeah, ultimately it's basically 2 set pieces. They get the equalizer and the winner. But no one can say, like, the football in that game. You know, Trossard hitting the post, Eze forcing great saves out of Pope, Timber with that header from Azubi. Do you remember that outside of the boot chip over the top? Like, that's all great open play football. I just think sometimes you find trends, like, and you know, you find something you're comfortable with. You know, Declan Rice in a rhythm with a set piece delivery, and it's kind of, you know, every 3 days he's getting it right. And you've got Gabriel don't forget Gabriel's not in the team, right? And that's a big part of why we're not scoring from set pieces as much in the last few games. You know, you raise a really good point. You could argue our best performances have been Bayern and Spurs, and that's with Merino up front. Like, that gets your head, that gets you wondering. That gets your head ticking a little bit. Like, what is it that Merino's doing that Gyokeres isn't? There'll be some games where dominating the midfield and the press with Merino is going to be important. I just still think that when we're playing against low blocks or mid blocks in particular, that team that really pack out the midfield is difficult to play through. I want a striker that's going to stretch the game. That's why I think we've been able to actually have more joy against these teams when Gyokeres has led the line.
No, you're right. I'm slightly trolling. I am slightly.
And I'm trolling you as well, by the way.
I know you are. I know you are. Scumbag. The few games before he got injured, he was getting into a groove, and the attack, as Turkey said, was improvement. It was getting a bit more fluid, and I was definitely liking more what I was seeing. I'm still not convinced by Gyokeres. I just don't think he's the guy that'll be. I don't think I'd ever like him, but that's okay. That's fine. But as an attack, that Burnley game, I thought we looked really good. The game before that, we looked really good with him in the team. So I'm not trying to say that he's not done anything, because he was getting into a rhythm. I just think right about now, Merino is do you remember that season? I think it was the second season that Man City won the league under Pep. I think it was the second season. And Gundogan just kept scoring big goals. He just kept scoring big goals, popping up in the box. That's kind of what Merino's doing. He's just scoring big goals. And I don't think he's the long-term solution up front, for sure. But I don't think Gyokeres is either. That's what's worrying me. I'm jumping again to next season. I'm going well ahead. I'm not sure he's the guy I want to see up front for us next season, especially if we're Premier League champions. But separate time for another conversation. But for the Villa game, I know we're going to get there a bit later on. I wouldn't be bothered if Gyokeres started in that game, because I think we need to integrate him back into the team. Ultimately, you want your striker right up front. So I'm prepared to concede on that and try and get that rhythm going again. But right about now, Merino is making Gyokeres not look good. He's making him look bad. Whether it's because the ball's coming to him, his movements, but whatever it is, he's scoring goals. He's scoring goals. And Gyökeres has got to get in the team somehow, and he's got to hold on to that shirt because Merino is on things right about now, and he's hot. He's hot.
Yeah, he is.
He does need to step up. That's 30 goals and assists for Merino in 2025, and it's not the first time we're having this sort of conversation. We started having it maybe March, April times at the end of last season, off the back of him coming in for Havertz. You know, so it's the second striker within a span of 12 months where he's got 30 goal contributions. That's why I say for this moment in time, I'd say the spot's his. Funnily enough, because of the expectation of him, the role he plays, I think, listen, we're a long way off May, but let's say this is a title winning season. Yeah. Marino's already done enough to go down in history in a title winning season. Because the supplement players, all they need is a handful of games where they really make a difference. Like
What are we saying, cult hero or legend?
No. I'm not even saying legend. That's crazy. Like you see
because it's the first Emirates title. So who gets legendary status out of this team? If we would,
cult hero is a good line.
Yeah, cult hero might be the one because Christopher Ray, 97, 98. I think he had 2 games where he won it. But
Wimbledon,
yeah, and
Wimbledon away. You had Wolves semi-final, Wolves semi-final FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
There was even the 5-0 Wimbledon at Highbury. We battered them 5-0. There was even the Newcastle 3-1, bro. He was phenomenal.
No, a handful of games, bro. Will Told Carnu, 01, 02, 03, 04, a handful of games. Marino's the first over the mark in terms of He's done enough to tick exactly what we expect of him, and across a season. It's just that he's been thrust into it because 3 strikers are down bad at the moment with injuries, or have been all season.
On our previous pod, at the start of the season, I said to you guys, I think Merino is going to have a really good. He'll be our most important player in the second half of the season. I thought back in the year he'll be a really big squad player. But you're right, Turkish. Because of circumstances, he's been thrust into the team early and having an impact now. I think you need players like Merino in your squad. Them managers come in, come out, come in, do a job. He won't always be good. There'll be some games he'll come in and it won't work for him, and he'll miss a sitter, or do you know what I mean? So we've got to accept that as well. But right about now, he's double M. That's
I haven't actually seen him miss a sitter. I can't even think of a sitter that he's missed.
No,
like he's had 6-yard box shots where they've been blocked by the chest and stuff. I don't really call them sitters. The defenders.
What's today's sitter? So
didn't he miss one today?
Yeah, today,
yes.
Second off.
Today was a sitter.
Yeah, I was thinking because I was saying like 1 minute. I swear he missed it when Keller palmed it, and I was like, brother, how did you miss that? Yeah, it's like the Saka. It's like the Saka on before he scored. I'm like, brother, how is the net not bulging, bro? What are we doing here? Like,
that's the too.
I was like, what the hell, blood?
You know my favorite moment.
And then even the second one, it just about drop in.
Yeah. I mean, Saka got lucky with that one. I can't lie. But you see, my favorite Merino moment this season so far was the Tottenham first goal, that assist for Trossard. That assist. That he's on a little run because before that assist, he had the back heel to Lewis Skelly that went to Nwaneri. He's doing
the Carabao. Yeah.
Like, he's having little moments where, all right, he looks stiff and immobile, maybe on the ball. Like today, he burst through an empty midfield, and even that looked a little, stressful for him. But he managed to turn his body. I hear
what James is saying when he's saying like a simple pass. Like there was so many times he could have given it to Saka, and it was just under hit, over hit, going to the defender. I'm like, brother, this is just a simple 5-10 yard ball.
But and then he gets the pass for the second goal. Like he's such an enigma because I watch him and I'm like, Mikel Merino, like, because I actually did like him when we signed him, but as a midfielder, it's weird. I think the Arsenal fan base think he's a really average midfielder, whereas I think he's quite a good midfielder, and they actually think he's like a surprisingly great striker. Whereas I'm like, no, I'm still not quite sure I'm at that level with him. So I kind of see him differently to most. With that pass, though, I like it to Saka because it's the weight of pass, it's the timing. He holds on to it, he waits for the run. And I think to myself, you just are quite clutch in the big moments. Like that's an important second goal we need. That's an important opening goal we need in the first 10 minutes.
Was it a good pass though, James? Because I'm just trying to remember. Wasn't it a little bit behind Saka?
I think that's just how much. No, I know it wasn't.
From my angle, it looked good.
Okay.
Like, I was on the side bit, innit? And it's gone like, and the way Saka's kind of positioned himself, it's kind of just fell straight to him, and he's kind of just got in front of the defender.
Okay.
And then he's kind of let him back in and had to chop him. And
Okay.
I think with the angles, it's difficult to put much more pace on that pass than he did. I think he did well. But, like the equaliser at the bridge, like we weren't doing well. And there he is. He pops up there. He pops up with such massive goals. I think what I don't want is people listening to this pod thinking that I'm trying to discredit him because I ultimately prefer Gyokeres when he's, fully fit and at his best. But I just think you're right, cult hero. Him and Trossard, for me, if we do go and lift this title, they're the two I look at as you know what? When the going got tough, it didn't matter whether you played 38 games a season or not. We can call on you and you'd have big, big moments. Always. Whether it was away at Villa Park, away at the Bridge, Champions League nights, North London derbies, they always produced. As equalisers at St James's Park, Mikel Merino, that header. Unbelievable header. So you're right. They've done enough already because none of us are expecting them to start or be this important. And now we're going into games going, I hope Merino and Trossard are fit to start. I mean,
that's our Will Tool Carnu for this season, basically. The way it's set up so far. Maybe Jesus and Havertz might have something to say about that. Hopefully they do, because if they come in and do have something to say about that, then we should be well stacked. Jordan, seems like you want to query something.
No. Just what's man saying about Jesus? Because isn't he fit?
Yeah, he was on the bench today. I see him warming up. It was good to see him
for a little while. When are we gonna see?
Man, that guy's
he's been out for like a year, nearly a year though, isn't it? So it's I think it's kind of. Do you know what? I think Carabao Cup he'll start.
Yeah,
I think that Crystal Palace game. I think that's where you'll see Jesus get a bit of game time.
He likes it.
That's where he can get minutes, and that's a cup where respectfully you can kind of make the changes in that one now, innit? We're in the Champions League position. We're in a Premier League position. We know, you understand? FA Cup's coming up as well.
I'd probably say Palace. I mean, I'd say, yeah, he gets minutes there. I'd probably say Palace is more important than Bruges right now. So I'd probably start him against Bruges as well next week. And then if he has a good game, he's in the hat for Wolves. Because again, that should be a game we should be winning. Usually we start on the overall game, but I think Merino goal assist, the attack conversation now, Gyokeres is back. I think that was important. But on the overall game, hella rotation. I mentioned that at the start. But a clean sheet, Hincapié and Mosquera partnerships first clean sheet out of 2 games together, and then Mosquera goes down. So there's a lot to talk about in terms of the game. Where should we James, let's start with you and the points you want to raise.
Honestly, probably the least I'll ever have to say about a game. The fact that we rotated, kept things moving. I think I actually played some really good football in that first half. I think 2-0 was right. I think we were deserving of it. I think Brentford obviously caused us a few problems, and Rye obviously made an unbelievable save from that header. But otherwise, generally, I was really happy with the performance. Not because we were scintillating, but because it was kind of no fuss. When you look at Man City the night before, I don't think there's kind of any better example of why you should appreciate the odd bog standard 2-0, especially on a midweek Wednesday night. We've had a load of big games. Man City were 5-1 up, and that became drama. I know we're going to talk about our title rivals. And what I like is that Arsenal, from 1-0 up, it never really felt like it was becoming a drama. Took a little while to get that second, which was frustrating. I love seeing Ben White combined with Madueke. I thought both of them had frustrating moments, but brilliant moments as well. And you can see the potential for both of them to come in as squad players. I thought Ødegaard, the online narrative was that Ødegaard didn't really do much. I thought he was all right, guys. I don't think he was.
Nah, he was very good.
I'm glad you said it, Troops. And actually, the people who've given credit have been the people who were at the game. Someone in my live stream said, I was at the game. I thought Ødegaard was magnificent. I'm like, okay, good.
He was.
I thought he did some really nice things. So credit to him. My guy, who I don't think really, I thought he was poor at the Bridge, but I thought Zubimendi. And I'd love to know what you thought of him live as well, Troops. But
bro, his positioning is just ridiculous. He just knows where to be, when to be. And he just makes the right decision every time. He's just calm, collective. He's a joy to watch, bro. You understand? Like, Trey plays in that position. So I was like, yo, watch Zubi, bro. This is how you need to play the game, blood. You understand? Decision-making, weight of pass, everything, bro. You know what I mean? I think that the Zubimendi signing has kind of freed up Rice. Because I think Rice was ridiculous tonight as well. This brother needs to slow down as well, blood. Yeah, you're covering too much ground, bro. Yeah, big man thing. Us in the crowd were like, "Yo, Rice needs to relax, bro. Like, let the man them do their job. He wants to be involved in everything. I love it though. You understand the passion? Like, there was even like a duel where it was right in front of me, and the Brentford player was in front, and his face just turned, and it was like, I'm getting that ball, and the aggression was just there, and you could just see a hunger. You could see like the fire is burning in these players, bro. You could see it when you go and see them live. You understand? And like I said, Zubimendi, he's becoming like a Gilberto Silva, where he's just an unsung hero. He just goes about and does his job. Vieira's getting all the praise. Rice is getting all the praise, and then he's just there keeping things together, bro. You understand?
Yeah, I've seen games where I've kind of done some analysis of it on my channel, talking about Zubimendi and Rice, how often they both bomb forward, and I never thought we'd see that from Zubimendi this season. Like, he gets high up the pitch with right, not just one or the other. Sometimes they're both
like that.
And I'm like, this is insane. Why are we doing this? But it's been working, right? This was the first game, probably all season, actually maybe West Ham at home, where I thought, no, the whole game ran through Zubimendi. And the West Ham game, he came on 30 minutes in, but like it just ran through him. Like, he was always the outball for Raya of the centre backs. He was always there, just kind of sweeping up, keeping it tidy. And there's probably other games where he's played more like scintillating passes or shown more creativity or box crashed a little bit more. But in this game, I just thought, wow, like you were the heartbeat of the team. And it probably helped him that Erdegaard was there floating around him too. And like you said, it all freed up Declan Rice, who, man, he nearly put one on a plate for Madueke. He nearly burst into the box and had a shot block. Like, he was just like a man possessed, because he probably thought, you lot do the build-up shit. I'm just charging up and down. So for me, it was another evolution on midfield tonight. Even though they weren't at their best, it was something different. I like to see it.
Couple of things. So what Troops just said there about Rice is bang on, because I've seen a couple of interviews from Rice recently, and Troops used the word hunger. And the things that he's saying and the way that he's moving like, I want to win. Even the way he's talking to his teammates, the way he's conducting himself, he's like, no, I'm not letting this go. I want a Premier League title on my name, and it's happening this season. And if I've got to drag all the honor to the promised land, I'm gonna do it. Right? There is a hunger and a drive, and when you hear him do interviews, he's calm, but there's a kind of also ruthlessness of, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to miss out again. I'll bounce. I'll go Madrid or I'll go Barca next year if you men aren't serious. So there's definitely a hunger that Saka as well, in a kind of more subtle way. But they're two players I've noticed that they really, really want this Premier League title, and I'm here for it. On the Zubimendi,
that trait though, Jordan, that trait is so rare in football now.
I
think that's one of the main things as well. That's sometimes I say sports science. I think that is also something that's been lost over the last 20 years in terms of the hunger of each player on that pitch. Because when I think about 97, 98, 01, 02, 03, 04, I can mention hella players that have had that mentality, that let's carry this club over the line mentality, right? Now, just generally in football, clubs only have a few of those players, and to become great, like a City side or Liverpool side or Raya, you need a few more than just a couple. And I think that's where we're at now. But I think Rice is, Troops asked earlier who becomes a legend, and really it's hard to get into now. But that's someone that it goes without saying. If we go and win what I think we're going to win this season, 100%, his name's Dan. That's someone that we signed recently. It's not a Haaland, Boy, and Saka that also goes down as that too. To sign for the club and do what you're doing and be held to this regard, be looked at as the man. Bro, against Tottenham, let's kill them. I don't know how people are
that as well. That as well.
You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say that even with the players, even today, Martinelli passed the ball, and he gave it away. The way Rice looked at him, and like Rice looked at him, and Martinelli started running, and then Rice is running as well. But then they've both clocked; they can't catch him. Rice has looked at Calafiori. Calafiori has gone, boom, and that's when Calafiori run back and won it. Do you remember that situation in the first half? When Cali's run down, stood him up, won it, and then we've gone again. Rice in that moment looked at Martinelli like, you fucking idiot. How the fuck you give the ball there? You better run back, bro. And then Martinelli was, oh shit. He's like, Fuada's gone. And then he looked at Calafiori. Calafiori's like, Mamma mia. He's running back as well, blood. This man was shocked, bro. He's got man on their toes, blood. I'm telling you, man. Man on their toes, blood.
And that's why, Troops, I don't really get involved in the whole Rice should be the captain conversation, because he kind of conducts like a captain anyway.
Yeah.
And I think he feels like I'm the captain. I don't need the armband. I'm going to just lead. And then Gabriel, I'm going to just lead. I don't really care who has the armband. It's not really... Leave it with Martin Odegaard. He's a leader in a different kind of way. But Rice is a captain in his ways. I don't really care who's the captain. I'm the captain in my head. Do you know what I mean? And them kind of examples really kind of exemplify that even more. On the Zubimendi and Odegaard thing, I agree they both played really well today. I thought they both had really good games. But does anyone think that maybe they're slightly similar? And the difference with Odegaard versus Eza is that I think Eza is a more, I think you kind of mentioned this a few weeks ago, James. His output as a 10 is better than Odegaard's.
He's more direct. He's more direct.
He's more direct, whereas I think Odegaard, I think he's more of a we're gonna keep the ball and we're gonna probe. But also, I think Odegaard weirdly is a bit more robust in that middle of the park. I don't think Eze likes it in the middle of the park.
Yeah, Eze can't drop in and get it on a half turn. And Odegaard also can drop into the pocket and get it and turn out and
I've seen him kind of get roughed up a few times. He doesn't like it. In that middle of the park, Eze doesn't like it. Whereas Odegaard, I think, can handle himself. Eze wants to be in that final third, doing cooking. So I just wonder if that Zubimendi, Odegaard's almost axis. I don't know if it'll work in every game because they do a similar-ish kind of role. I'm not sure you need both of them, especially games like today.
What, Eze and Odegaard? Eze
Sorry, Odegaard and Zubimendi.
Oh, it's interesting you say that because Arteta, the one time he ever started Odegaard and Eze together was against West Ham, and that was with Rice behind. So maybe he agrees. He
pulled off Zubi on Sunday against Chelsea.
Yes, he did. So maybe there's some.
That is a point still.
That was the last game Odegaard played for us before returning now because he got injured 30 minutes in.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, though, I think we saw for like maybe a total of like 2 minutes. Actually, no, we didn't because Gyokeres came on for Rice. So my bad. No, we didn't see it. But basically, that's
is Rice all right? Did you not hear anything? Sorry to cut you, James.
That's all right. He was walking fine around the pitch, but Arteta said he came off with something they don't know. Yeah. I think he'll be all right. But for me, Saka, Odegaard, and Eze on the left. That's the three I want behind our striker, whoever we will pick that to be. I thought Eze tonight when he came on, it's fine. We're going through every player, but Eze when he came on, there was nothing scintillating in terms of beating his fullback. But he just had so much class in everything he did. Just looking after the ball well, lots of guile, kept things nicely ticking. I think when we get him more in a rhythm, that's actually where he suits the team best. But I just wanted to get that in there. But that's the three I want to see behind our striker.
I want to go back to Ben White for a second because he got man of the match and he was man of the match. I thought he was the best player on the pitch today. First half, I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. He was on one. That first half.
He was possessed.
He really was. I was texting a couple of my brethren saying, I don't think Ben White's going to be here next season, right? Because he's too good to be a bench man. I don't know if he wants to sit on the bench. I think he wants to.
See what he said at full time.
No.
To Sky.
Yeah.
When
some of the players don't even get minutes and they can easily start in other teams.
Yeah.
Is that a little?
But I don't think it was. I see why you went there. I see why you'd think that.
Because you said that, and I'm kind of like, well, on. The way I move, say the dog. So, well, on.
I see why you say that, but I don't think he was inferring. Boy, couple Villas and Newcastles, I could start for them, man. I don't think he was doing that. I think he was making a point that, boy, some man have got to eat bench, and Timber's been the best right back in the league, so I've just got to hold it. I just don't think he will hold it for much longer. I think next summer he'll move. But today he proved quite valuable. And it's funny because with the centre back Mosquera getting injured, Ben White will probably start again on the weekend.
Yeah, because Timber did all right at centre back. I can't lie. I know he's very versatile. It's the first time I've seen him as a centre back though.
Yeah,
I've seen him in a 3, not in a 2.
Yeah,
and he was very solid. Decision making was bang on. He won his draws. The only thing is that he's that right back. Yeah, he's too much of a
bro, you're playing centre back now.
Yeah, he's teasing, man. I'm like, hey boy, just release to Ben White. Let Ben White do them thing there.
Yeah, that way.
You give him a heart attack, dog. It's still 1-0, rude boy. What you do? Like, no, we need to win this one,
Yeah. I have a theory that if this were a pre-season game, and it basically didn't matter who was playing where, the result didn't matter. I think Arteta would actually play White and Calafiori centre-back and Nketiah and Timber fullback. Like, I just think he likes Calafiori as a centre-back. We saw that in pre-season. And I think he thinks White is more of a centre-back than Timber. And Nketiah, when you look at him, some of the things he's done, like against Chelsea in particular, he whips good crosses to the back post. That's what he did for Leverkusen. What's that? I think you're muted, Troops.
He's left back.
Nketiah?
Yeah, he's left back.
See, it's interesting you say that because that's, but then
I like his aggression in the duel. Like he's an old school defender in the one-on-one situations. Like he's aggressive. He wants to get a hold of you. He's gonna be jumping on your back. You're gonna have a tough night with him. But that end product he's got in the way he can fly up the wing. I don't want it wasted there.
And Calafiori, but the thing is, Calafiori is cooking at left back.
That's the thing. Cali's moving like blood. Cali was playing strike at certain points. You know,
He was.
Man was like, brother, how he's the third. He's literally like, he's making the run. He's like, play me in. He did the run like 3 times, and they wouldn't feed him, man. And he got mad. He was like, and then Arteta was like, "Yo, you're going too far." He was cussing him at points. I was like, "Nah, you're right. You had to hold the cussing there still, because you're moving mad, blood. You're moving like it's 5-a-side, bro, just running straight up front, blood."
The first half, Martinelli should have done better with it, but that was a Calafiori back heel. Remember in the box, back heel into Ben White, Ben White into Martinelli. Martinelli should be getting down target, but I'm looking at Calafiori like, oh, why are you here?
He's
I like
high up, blood.
Yeah,
like, I was at points. I'm like, yo, this brother's high in the dark.
But you know what? He can finish, so I'm not mad at it. Some fullback defenders can't finish. Like, bruv, why are you up there? You can't finish. He can finish. So
I disagree with James though, because I feel like the chance. What told me that I was wrong, because I thought the same going into Chelsea. Was it Chelsea? Going into Tottenham, when did we lose? What was the first Nketiah came in? It was Tottenham, right?
Tottenham,
yeah, Tottenham.
Yeah, going into that one when Gabriel was injured, I said I think he's going to move Calafiori in next to Saliba and then Nketiah or MLS left back. But he went straight for Nketiah left centre back. So why, if that was his chance to do? Because Calafiori centre back, like I want to see it as well, and you don't often get the chance, even though in this last year Gabriel's been out for how long? And I just think the idea was initially maybe left centre back, but I feel like now what you man are saying, Calafiori adds so much to attack. Like he'll lose the ball, but he'll gallop back and still be in position as well, which is key to it all. Because if he was caught out of position, bro, remember Zinchenko?
Yeah, he'd get caught high. You see Cali tearing back. I can't lie.
Different level. I don't think you can move him from left back now, man. I just feel he's just built for it now.
We won't move him from. Sorry, go on, John.
No, you go.
We won't move him from left back because he's been brilliant all season. So I agree with that. I think it's actually more in their defending than their attacking. I think didn't Nketiah start left back against Slavia Prague and became like the first player to win like 8 out of 8 duels or something for us in a Champions. It was something ridiculous like that. Timber is similar. Like Ben White, I think, is a better overlapper and a better creator, let's say, from right back. But Timber just clamps that winger every time. Like you're not beating during Timber. And actually, I think Ben White and Calafiori's individual defending is better from centre-back than it is at right. But I think they're more comfortable, basically, with players around them defending tight spaces rather than, like, being exposed in one-on-one battles. So I think it comes more to their defending. Like, the reason I don't think he did it for Tottenham goes back to what Arteta said before, which is he doesn't want to make too many changes. He just goes, right, 1 out, so 1 in, rather than going, right, okay, let's change 2 positions to make this work. But I can't get out of my head that in pre-season, and it could have been circumstantial, Gabriel wasn't fit, I hear that. But in pre-season, he kept playing Calafiori. It was only 2 games, so I'm overdoing it. But he played Calafiori at centre-back with Saliba. You know, and Kivior was still there, I think, on the bench. Like, I don't know why he did that. I don't know. It's something I can't shake, if I'm honest. And I think him and Ben White give us good distribution from centre-back. But we probably won't see it because they're cooking at full-back when they're given the chance.
I think we've mentioned quite a few names. I'm glad we mentioned Ben White. I think Madueke deserved a mention too. I think in the first half, he was, that little movement in the box, beating 1-2 players. That's what I want to see.
He needs to work on his corners, though.
Oh yeah.
Like Saka, take him out for one-on-one training, blood. At the end of training, take him to a far pitch and just say, "Boy, this how you cross." God, blood, he wasn't even hitting first man. He was hitting. He was hitting 18-yard box.
They were shocking.
Not even 6-yard, bro.
They were shocking. Sorry, I know you were going for a list there, Turkish, but just on Madueke, he had a really, really good like half an hour where he was like ripping. Was it Rico Henry? He was shook.
Yeah.
But the thing about Madueke I find interesting, right, is that I was thinking about food, right? Madueke is like he always seasons his man, but he never cooks the man properly. The end bit just is always lacking. Do you not find that? He always runs at his man. He always.
I was expecting something mad from you, but that was a good. I like that.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's maybe your best work.
I think so too. He does the first bit. I'm like, yeah, he's active, he's aggressive, he runs at you. I love all that. But the final ball or the final shot, it's just like, bro, like his output for assists and goals is shocking for the great work he does before that. You with me?
Yeah.
So he gets the
he
fullback ready.
He should have got a goal today.
He should have, man.
Yeah, should have got a goal today.
Should have.
His end product is questionable for sure. Like,
yeah.
But we hope that this is
Chelsea man said this to me as well. They're like, Troops, he'll cook a man and then it will be the final product now. Like they always said there's no problem with him, like his work rate, him flying down the wing, getting past his fullback. But then it's that final cross or that final decision is where it kind of goes tits up.
Yeah. Last player on the list for me is Raya. I know it was mentioned briefly, but I think the importance of that save, considering how late we scored that second goal and how few big chances we really created over that game, that save was crazy. That save was
when they showed it on the replay again, the whole crowd applauded again. Yeah. They were like, no, that is another applaud, blood. Because
behind him, man,
onto the bar, blood. We thought he hit the bar at first. When they showed the replay, we were like, fuck, Raya saved it, blood.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
It
was a goal save still, I can't lie.
100%.
The Hincapié song is dead as well. They need to allow that song. The Hincapié song is awful.
I was trying to hear it. because I was next to them, man. I was like,
I haven't heard it. What is it?
I'm not gonna sing it.
Bro. Hincapié, something about we've never had an Ecuadorian play.
Rubbish. They're doing too much.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
The only player I thought today wasn't productive and I thought was poor was Martinelli. I thought he was the only player.
I thought he was all right in the first half,
Didn't do anything.
He was getting his crosses in.
He had 2 crosses that were like okay-ish. For someone that I think this year, as I mentioned, has been impact. His output's been good. I've been happy with him. I thought he was the only player, and Eze, but Eze was a sub. He was the only player I thought, I don't know what he did today. I know what Zubi did. I know what Rice did. I don't know what you did today. He was the only one. He was the only one. I just thought, you're not grabbing that left wing, bro, because Eze wants it and Trossard's out injured. You're not saying to me, do you know what I mean? So he was the one that I was just a bit like, I want a little bit more from you, especially as Noni on the other side was doing a mad thing in the first half. Also, is that the best 45 minutes we've had all season? Because we've had 20-minute, half-hour patches, but maybe Newcastle aside. The whole 45, I thought we were really good. The tempo was really good. My criticism often is that we moved the ball too slow. That first half, Odegaard and Zubi were moving it really quickly. I was really impressed by the tempo in that first half. You give a better 45 this season than that.
I think second half against Bayern Munich might be our best 45 of the season.
True. That's up. Yeah.
I think second half again. I think second half Atletico.
Too big.
It wasn't a full half. We had a good 25, 30 minutes. It wasn't a full half. I think
a full half.
I think
apart from Alvarez hitting the bar early on from that wonder shot, I don't think they did a damn thing.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. I just loved the first half today. I just loved the tempo.
I hear what you're saying though, because first half we were punching it in. Second half we kind of went back into Chelsea mode.
Yeah, didn't like it.
And it was when the changes happened, then we kicked into another gear. And you know what? Big up Arteta as well for making the changes early, because I was sitting there bantering Trey and Carter like, yo, you man know 70 minutes, innit? You understand? Like, it's mad, me. When I saw 57, I said, blood clot. I saw y'all move. Said nothing. And the changes did make the difference.
It's good you mentioned that, because against Chelsea as well, I was impressed. Like, it didn't get us to win, but I think that kind of went under the radar. It's something he's been criticised for before. But against Chelsea, he made attacking subs early. He made more again later. You know, he literally did
All
throw as much as he.
It's been all season to his subs and his second half tactics have improved. They've been earlier. I don't have an issue with the timing of the subs. To just that's just my thing. I
Depends
don't
on
really.
the game, though, innit?
Yeah, I think there's been plenty of games this year where I'm like, yeah, that's the right time, or yeah, that's the right change, or the formation change. Do you know what I mean? He's got his second half tactics, in-game tactics, spot on for most games this season.
I'm gonna keep it moving now because usually we limit, well, not limit, but the preview section of this show is limited in comparison to the review. But I think, considering Villa's form, ex-manager, the injuries, the potential comebacks prior to the game, Arteta mentioned Trossard and Saliba are days away. Mosquera's hobbled off, so all things considered, now looking at that Villa game, the importance of it, Villa Park, set the tone for the weekend being a midday kickoff, or sorry, we lost him. Let me put that back there, and let me put that there. Right, in Jordan is in very much in focus, but yeah,
Too much focus.
It shouldn't be for too long anyway. But looking at Villa and looking at what we've got, what we've had, what's coming up, the fact this is, you know, all off the back of a big week. There was times in that game against Brentford I was looking at Declan Rice and thinking, this guy's blowing right now. 70 minutes in, he was really putting in the work. So I thought, but this Villa game is big, and they've just, you know, put a lot of work in to get a comeback win against Brighton away from home. I'm looking at that and hoping that, you know, some effort went into that, you know, we'll lack on Saturday. But this is all hopes, ifs, buts. Looking at Saturday, we've got a hope defensively. Saliba's back because Mosquera won't make it, judging off, you know, how he looked, how he felt coming off the pitch. But looking at attack, Merino Or Gyokeres is back. How do we shape that one against Aston Villa? And on top of that, that's probably the main position that really we have to talk about. And defensively, what we can do if Saliba doesn't actually make it. Let me just bring troops back in. Oh no, well, he was there. He left again. Maybe he's had enough. We'll wait. Nah, he's back.
Now
He's
on
back.
Villa, what concerns me is it's the physicality of their midfield. Like you don't get it right, they could run all over you. I do think while Odegaard did well, and I give him credit for the performance, I do think this might be a game for Eze, Rice, and Zubimendi to be restored as the midfield three. I don't know. With Odegaard, you're going to keep the ball better. But with Eze, I think you got someone who maybe just like make something happen out of nothing. Do you know what? I actually don't think I mean what I'm saying. I have no idea. I just worry about the physicality of their team.
I'd start them both, James. I'd start them both.
What, Eze on the left?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah,
I think Eze on the left for this one for me.
Because you know what, Martinelli off the bench, yeah. Do you think Jordan, because he started, is why the performance was the way it was? Like, because if you check the levels, the way he's been cooking is off the bench, blood. We haven't really seen him cook from the start this season.
For weeks. I've said that for
yeah. Last season, I was saying Martinelli start, Trossard bench, but now I'm saying Trossard start, Martinelli bench. Because
Martinelli does his best work when teams press up, there's space in behind, and you can't.
They're tired, and you just attack.
And Villa, I think Villa will try and beat us. They will come for us, and if let's say we're winning in that second half, they will push and they will push and they will push. Yep. Martin, get ready, yo! It's your time. So I would start with Eze in this one personally, and I agree with James. I think Odegaard in the middle. I think we need to keep the ball. They're going to be rough. They got some good midfield. I like their midfield. People talk about Newcastle midfield a lot. I don't think Villa's midfield is too far behind. They got a clutch of Onana's back now as well in their midfield. He scored tonight. Do you know what I mean? I really rate Kamara. You know,
I rate McGinn.
I don't rate McGinn, but
I rate McGinn. I can't lie. He's a problem, bro.
He's a workhorse, and he'll put it in. He won't stop. So we need to handle that midfield. The defense is okay, and up front, there's possible goals there as well. It'll be a tough game. I don't think this is about the players. I think it's about Emery. Emery is a master tactician, and if he doesn't overthink things, I think he's a problem. I think he's the one we need to. If Arteta can get the better of him, I don't think it really matters what happens on the pitch. That sounds a bit weird.
I'm telling, man, it is Arteta versus Emery.
It is. He's got
That
to really.
is what we are going into this weekend, man. I'm telling you, if
so.
Arteta can get the better out of Emery, we're good.
We'll be fine. Yeah, I agree.
Emery's got this thing about Arsenal. No matter what he says, he wants to bury Arsenal. The way he was the way he was treated. Sorry, no backing, and they're seeing the whole Arteta support. The way they've given him the time and all of that. He knows deep down if he had more time, he probably could have done a better job. And I don't think he thinks he gets the credit that he should have got for the first season. Because the first season, with what he was given, he got to a European final and he missed out on top 4 by a point. And that was because he concentrated on the European final. If he had just said, let me just win one of these games in the Premier League, we would have got top 4 with that dusty team.
He's got a decent record against Mikel. I think it started with Villarreal in the Europa League semi-final, draw and a win. That put Villarreal into the final. They won it against United that year.
They beat United on penalties.
And even against Villa across the league games, I'm looking. I think the first game Emery was in charge, we beat them 4-2 at Villa Park. They beat us 1-0. They beat us 2-0
at
Emirates, no?
We got to right that wrong.
When Bailey and Watkins, no?
Yeah, we got to right that wrong. Wasn't it 2 years in a row?
Yeah, that cost us title. That cost us title when he put Havertz in midfield.
Yeah,
it was that game, blood.
We got to wrong that right. Honestly, we got to. And I don't like how they're kind of creeping. I was just before we came on air.
Is that Saeed or is it Saeed or is it Jordan?
Why?
He said we need to wrong that right.
Reason. The comments will know.
What have I said? What have I done?
Don't worry, we'll save it for the comments. You'll find out.
It's all right. Big up Saeed. Big up Saeed regardless of what I said.
I can edit this and wrong the right.
No, leave it. It's cool. It's cool. I'm a bad man. Cool. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying now.
Right or wrong?
We've got to right. Listen, we need to get some kind of revenge because them 2 defeats back-to-back years, they messed us up. They messed us up, man. Oh yeah, what I was saying was I can't believe they're 6 points behind us. That for me shows
they're local. I couldn't believe it.
That shows how crap this league is.
Yeah,
they didn't score for the first 5 games, and they're 1 point behind Man City and 6 behind us. No. And I'm hearing them talking about we're in the race. Don't sleep on us. Shut up, man. Listen, we got to just dead their game on the weekend and just put them back in their box because they're chirping up. They're chirping up. We got to just what are you talking about? In the what race? You're in the top 4 race, bro. No, we're not doing that. But we got to shut them down because if they win on the weekend, boy.
In terms of incentive to win a game, I don't think Mikel Arteta's had more incentive for any game he's had as an Arsenal manager than this one in particular. Because of the Europa League semi-final, because of that 2-0 loss at Emirates in that eventually cost us. I think, you know how he used the Tony tweet when we played later on? You know, that shows that he does use these things. He does, because it's a form of motivation. I know a lot of people clowned him for it, but listen, use it. So we need to win this game on Saturday. Who would we all start up front?
Gyokeres.
Oof, that's 2. That's 1 Gyokeres. I've said it's Merino's to lose, and I'm going to stick with that right now.
I would go Gyokeres. I would. I would go Gyokeres. I know. I said at the start, Merino is the guy with the shirt. He's done well.
One word truth. We've been working together for years. I still don't get him.
What? No. Let me explain. I wouldn't be pissed if Merino started. I'd be happy with that.
Oh, that's good.
I wouldn't be like, what?
Shout out Double M.
Speak up Double M because I'm thinking. I don't think Gyokeres is an impact player. I think Merino can start or be an impact player. I mean, Gyokeres is a start me or I don't really have much use.
You called him a caravan.
Huh?
You called him a caravan.
Yeah, he's a caravan, bro. He's a caravan.
No, all right, well, makes sense of that. So we got 2 Gyökeres, 1 Merino, and James. I think earlier I could sense where you're leaning.
It just feels wrong to drop Merino, doesn't it? It just like it just doesn't feel like the right thing to do. But
Jordan makes a good point though, because the last 2 games he's come on, albeit from injury, he's really failed to catch the flow of it. You know, whereas Merino, what he does it off the bench.
Because that's the thing. He's got previous. He's come off the bench and mash work.
Yeah, he's done it for midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'd go Gyökeres. I actually think Villa will press us. I agree with Jordan. They're going to back themselves to win. They'll be aggressive, and I think we need to have what we didn't have against Chelsea was an outlet. I actually think we didn't have that against Sunderland either. When we were under the cosh that first half, we couldn't really play our football. We didn't just hoof it into the channel for someone just to buy us a bit of time. And I thought we did that really well against Palace when we beat them 1-0. We were kind of struggling to. I don't think we had a shot till minute 33, but Gyökeres just kind of held onto the ball, made something happen. Sonny Trossard gets a shot. I'll go Gyökeres, but look, if Merino starts, you won't hear me complaining about it because how can you not start him to a degree?
To be honest, we're doing this pod the night of the game, people, and they might both start, because if Declan Rice is out, I'd probably put Merino there and then Gyökeres up top anyway. So,
well, that you have to do that. I don't think you can go Eze Erdegaard with Zumendi. I think that's too lightweight to face Villa. So I think you probably have to drop Merino back. So yeah, that's probably how it ends up if Rice doesn't start.
Just a quick note on because obviously the point of recording, Chelsea have lost tonight, and we saw City doing a madness last week. I just want to say, I told people weeks ago, months ago, days ago, hours ago, I'm not taking Chelsea serious.
I said it as well. Hey, let's stand together, blood.
They're only 4 points behind you. I said, I'm not taking Chelsea seriously because that result, I knew that result was coming. Chelsea are going to lose games. They're not ready, but they're second. They're not ready. And I'm close to going all in with Arsenal. I'm not there yet, but I'm close to going all in because Manchester City, 2 games, they've conceded 4 to Fulham and 2 to Leeds. Who lets in 4 goals to Fulham? 4. They've got 6 points, but let me tell you, they're not convincing anybody. They're not convincing me. So all this Chelsea and the title race, City are on your neck. I'm like, listen, if we just quietly go about our business and do our work, we'll be clear before we know it. We're going to a very busy Christmas program where by the end of it, we'll have a better idea of who's really on this thing. But as we stand here today, right now, it's ours to lose. It's ours to lose, man. We just got to keep our heads. Keep our heads.
I feel like City and Chelsea's problems are what we had in the past that people tried to tell us, but we didn't really want to. So, like, I remember when people used to say Arsenal were too emotional, and I was like, "Come on, we're a young team. It fuels the team." But with Chelsea, I kind of see that. I thought they were way too emotional against us at the Bridge. Ended up with one of their players getting sent off, and as much as they stifled our football, I think it stifled their own football as well. I watched back that first half, man. When Chelsea fans were going 11v11, we'd have beat you. I'm not sure that's true. I watched it, but I'm not sure that's true. Riot had nothing to do that first half. We just couldn't play our football. It was very scrappy. They were the better team.
They weren't really dominating. We just weren't like. We wasn't like on the back foot or nothing. It was a weird game. Like it was confusing.
It was so messy. It was such a messy game, and I think it got messy for them as well. When Caicedo got sent off, and there was a lot of like, "Oh, but you couldn't beat us with 10 men." I'm like, but are you not concerned that you had 10 men? Because now Caicedo missed that game. Is he going to miss the next 3?
And it cost them today.
Yeah.
You've picked up 1 point out of 6. When really, for how well they felt they were playing against us, and then you're playing Leeds away, should be 6 out of 6 for them. And then with City, they remind me of us as well in the sense that us of a few years ago. I mean, look, we didn't have Pep and Haaland. And the thing with Man City is you kind of trust them to figure it out. What scares me is Foden's doing that thing where he just slaps it in the top corner whenever he fancies. That's worrying me. But I felt that our games were manic in 22-23 at times. And they're kind of doing that. Like their football is unbelievable. They're playing the best football in the league. But why, guys? And honestly, you're going to tell me I'm talking shit, but honestly, why at 4-1 to Man City was I like, yeah, but I'm still keeping an eye on the game though. I should have flipped to Tottenham or something. But I was like, I'm just going to keep an eye. At 5-1, I was like, okay, maybe I'll flip up. But because you always feel that like there's a chance for a team against City. Now, I actually think City will tighten up as the season goes on. I think they'll get Nico next to Rodri. They'll tighten things up. They'll get a bit better. They'll get better. And I think they'll play at a level in which they are good enough to win a title. I just think we are the most balanced team of the lot. And Chelsea will go places under Maresca. But this idea that like the draw against Arsenal proved that they could challenge the title this season, for me was just a step too far in the praise of a good young Chelsea team.
Just slightly separate point as well, because on the last pod, Shroy, and I think James has made this point before. Big up Shroy, by the way. Shroy was sick on the last pod. He made the point about the fact that we've ticked off a lot of tough away grounds, right? So like St James's Park tick, Old Trafford tick, Anfield tick, Stamford Bridge tick. And so obviously after Christmas, we've got all those teams at home, which is what you'd prefer. And in theory, I think I'd rather have those harder games out of the way, and we've got good results in most of those games. But I was thinking, I don't know if that theory actually stacks up, you know, because if you think of the last 3 or 4 years, a lot of the games we've lost the title were at home. Think of Southampton, think of West Ham, think of Villa twice. I think Brighton killed us one time.
Yeah.
The Emirates. So
Brighton have ruined many things for us at the Emirates.
Yeah,
they have. So I just kind of was watching back the pod and thinking to myself, actually, this idea that we've got the harder teams at home, I don't know if that really matters. Now, look, if you ask me, would I rather play Newcastle at St James's Park or Emirates? At the Emirates, obviously. But I'm just not sure it translates to, just because we've got the easier games after Christmas, that is going to necessarily translate to an easier run in, because we've shown in the past sometimes those easier home games that you think are bankers, they're the ones that, now you could argue them teams we had back then, as in our team, weren't ready, whereas now we've got a team that's ready to beat a Southampton at home in March. We can beat a West Ham at home in April, but hopefully we will. But it just got me thinking about this whole theory of we've got an easier second half of the season to the first, because our track record the last 4 years actually shows that it's been those home games that have tripped us up.
I think Arteta has really worked on that, man. We've conceded 2 goals at home in the league all season and 3 goals in all comps at the Emirates this season. Erling Haaland, well done if you were able to stop Erling Haaland scoring. Richarlison, one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. And the Bayern Munich goal, which was like expertly executed from Kimmich to Gnabry to Carl. Like, it's taking that level of quality, either one of the best goals I've ever seen, one of the best team goals I've ever seen, or one of the best strikers the Premier League's ever seen. That's what it's taking to score against us right now. So part of me thinks if Arsenal could just keep concentrated and crucially keep players fit, which we're struggling so much to do, if we do that, I think Arteta's cracked a bit of a formula. And I think Zubimendi and Rice playing closer together has been a big part of that. You don't see Rice kind of sitting up front next to our striker. He's running onto the play, but he just sits next to Zubimendi. He's kind of marshalling things and running onto the play when he sees it ready to. And
I think you're right. I think
those little tweaks have helped.
I think you're right, Jez. I think we will have a better run in and deal with it better than before. But you've not factored in the P word, pressure. When it gets to April, March, do you know what I mean? It's April and March. We have the best defense in the league, but pressure will make you do mad things. That's what we've proven. We haven't quite been able to. Do you know what I mean? So I think you're right, James. But I think it's all well and good keeping clean sheets in November, in October. When it gets techie and you've got a 6-point lead and there's 8 games to go, do you know what I mean? And it's like, right, we're doing the league here. That's when it's like, right, can you keep your head? Can you keep your discipline? Can you keep your standards? And I think we will, for what it's worth. But I'm just saying, keeping clean sheets now is different to keeping clean sheets in April.
I couldn't agree more, man. And you know, the pressure thing. For everything we've said, like, we're talking about the football we're seeing on the pitch, right? The very quantifiable things, the data, the eye test, all those things. What we'll never see, what we'll never know through stats is what pressure is doing to a team. We'll only see that in results, really. When we start looking at results and going, hold on, like, we're expecting you to win that, or you made harder work of that than you should, or whatever, and you start seeing that become a bit of a trend, that's when you start going, oh my God, the pressure's getting to them. And the only thing that this team haven't proven is getting over the line. But that's a big thing to have not proven yet, because we're not talking winning the league. I've always said this. Out of the last 3 seasons, this is the 4th, and the 3 seasons we finished second. Sorry to keep repeating this line. We didn't miss out on 3 Premier League titles. We missed out on 12 trophies, 4 per season. So that's 12 times they didn't get over the line in a competition. Not just the 3 league titles, 12 competitions that they've played at a level where they're good enough. So pressure is absolutely something to level at this team. But I just want to believe that they're ready for it now more than ever.
They have to be. There's no. We've been through every scenario now. A title race we're leading, a title race where it's neck and neck, a title race that was never to be last season. So now we must, because listen, I think Pep in recent interviews, and definitely the most recent, he knows what he's doing with that whole the season's long, being 4 or 5 points away. That's the main thing. We've won 4 or 5 titles like that. He's turning up the notches a little bit. It's about Mikel and the players that have gone through what they've gone through the last 3 years to show they've learned. And I just don't mean that, that has to be top to bottom. Top to bottom. They must show they've learned from the pain, because that's the best platform to win from pain. Use that pain and go and create history, because that's what it will be for the next batch of players here that win a major trophy. The status they reach, I think, is very few clubs you can go to right now, win a trophy and reach a similar status to what you can reach right now for Arsenal. It's been 20 years. We're a massive club. It's literally, it feels like the beast is back, but it's not back till you win something major. And that's when the beast is awake again. And that's when, you add another, it becomes 14 league titles, or it becomes 1 Champions League. And then all of them trophies before that, people try to side off and say, oh, that was 20 years ago. No, it's now. Last year we won it. We're trying to win it again. But we've got 14 of those. 14 of those. 8 of those.
Sounds
that
good.
all comes back into play. Like, just
true.
like that. So these players, this
Sounds
manager,
good,
they're close to like, and it's a beautiful thing, because troops, us in particular, we've gone on a roller coaster with Mikel Arteta and the Kroenkes, and a lot of his PTSD even till today.
Yeah.
As much as I've been confident this season, I'm looking at Man City. I don't like that.
I'm doing the.
I don't like that. Like,
Hey,
I'm still confident.
I'm not doing a. But I'm doing a little. Them man are there, yeah. All right.
Yeah, blind spot.
Say nothing. Say nothing. They're there.
You gotta check it. So this club have to do it now. This manager has to do it now, because they actually deserve it as well.
Mm-hmm.
For their own reputations, for their own legacies, they deserve this. Like, if this doesn't accumulate to anything, and we're talking in 2 years, it's another manager, shit's hit the fan. It's going to be a sad. This era is going to be maybe an even sadder story than the one before it, where we just knew that we were shit and not going to really do anything. This time we're so close to greatness. And I don't use the word greatness lightly. Every metric is saying greatness apart from trophies. And that's the most important metric. If that starts toppling with the defensive numbers, a couple of years ago, we scored the most goals that we have ever scored in the Premier League. If all these things matter when you win trophies, and then you look at, what did that squad do? Well, they won 2 titles. They won 1 Champions League, best defense ever in Premier League. Oh, they matched Chelsea. These achievements then become something. So I don't know how I went off in this rant, but it's about time.
Listen, I agree. Nothing more to add. I agree that they are. It's like a big leap, but it also feels so close, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You get it done, and you just talk about these players and this group in a completely different way. And all those stats, all those record breaks, the 8 clean sheets in a row, whatever it is, the most wins in a Premier League season. Like, you start to use these stats and say, yeah, that group did that. Like, and right now it's just kind of nice. It just feels nice. Like when Tottenham go over 2 seasons, we had the most points. It's like, great. Like, so what? But if they'd won, let's say, a Champions League, that kind of stat holds some weight, because you go, nah, they were building towards that. Now no one cares. And that's exactly what we need to do. And that's why I keep saying, I'm so greedy because they haven't won anything. 1 Premier League trophy is enough to do what you said, but it's not enough to satisfy the level I think this group's at.
Yeah.
I think this group is at, over the next 3 years, 1 or 2 titles, a couple cups. Like that's where I want them to get to. Maybe a Champions League. Like that's where I think they can get to. But let's start with one. Let's start the Carabao Cup in March. Give me that. Give me that. And then see if that builds some kind of momentum. And I'm convinced if we beat Palace, we're playing City next, by the way. That's just got narrative written all over it.
Double header, January semi-final. We'll see. Let's do predictions for Aston Villa then. I think we've covered everything we need to cover. And before we do that, let's look at the table. This was the table last week. Jordan 7 points. I was on 7 points. James on 6 points, and the guests a total of 2 points. This is how it looks now. Oh, yes.
That hurt.
Man's pulling away.
Yeah, you had a monster week, didn't you?
James, what's going on, man?
No, we've got this new game, and it's fucked me.
It's his
By
game
the way,
as well.
James' idea.
It's my game. So hold on, I'm going to tell you exactly how this happened. I can't even remember, but correct me. You went 2-0, Jordan, right?
Yep.
And Merino's your star man.
No, Saka.
And that's lucky for us.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, okay. But I thought you went Merino. Like you would have raked in the points. You didn't back your guy.
But I'll take Saka.
Just to enlighten the community, the people, the audio listeners, Jordan got 7 points against Brentford with the correct score. He got 3 points, and with the Saka star man, he got another 4 points with the goal. So he's on 14 points now. I'm in second on 12 points. I got the correct result, 1 point, and I picked Starman Saka, so 4 more points makes it 5. James only got the point for a correct result, and the guests, I can't even remember what they predicted. Shiro predicted 2-1 Arsenal, and he predicted Gyokeres to be Starman, so he only got a point there as well for the guests. So.
I went Eze, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, yours was Eze, yeah.
Oh, I'm a clown. Anyway, great game this, eh? You two enjoying it now? Yeah, you like it?
I'm loving it.
Jordan's top. That's a bit weird, but
I'm loving it.
We'll see. We'll see. It's early days. Right, Jordan. Prediction and Starman.
See, I can't pick a star man because my prediction is going to be a goalless draw. I think it's going to be 0-0.
So why can't you pick a star man if you can pick a defender and get a clean sheet? Point?
Oh, okay. That's why I was wondering how. Okay. I'm gonna pick Calafiori.
Okay, Calafiori. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win, Arsenal, and I'm gonna go Saka again. James.
So what'd you go for?
2-1 Arsenal, Saka.
I'm going to go. I think there's a set piece getting scored in this. I'm going to say 1-0 Arsenal. Declan Rice. Starman. Okay. I think he'll get an assist. He might get booked as well. Oh, no.
All right, troops, round it off. Give us a prediction and Starman.
Two-1 Arsenal. Starman. It's away from home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rice. I'm with James.
Cool. Doubled up on Rice. I've gone Saka and Jordan's gone Calafiori. Cool. A mix there. Mix of draw from Jordan. Me, James, and Troops have gone wins, but different sorts of wins. All right, cool. Let us know yours in the comment section below, and we'll keep it moving on to the last segment, comments of the day. You two ready, or?
Yeah.
Having a look now, if I'm honest. I'm just having a little bit of a glance. You want to go first, Jordan? I didn't read them at the time. There's just a lot of praise for Shiroi, wasn't it?
Well, I was going to say, like, Shiroi actually got more comments with praise than I get hate. And that's a lot. Like, there's 800 comments, and they're pretty much all for Shiroi. And I'm like, damn, I'm in trouble. I've just got one. I picked out here from Darren Bent to Mikel Merino. This podcast is going places. That made me chuckle. That made me chuckle. I like that one. But yeah, it was all Shiroi. So F you, Shiroi.
I had big up Merino for scoring the goal and coming on the pod the next day, and he's only gone and scored and got an assist as well today. So pick him up again. And Kyle said Turkish is gonna have to hire Shoroi as his lawyer to defend him against Shoroi.
Oh,
Yeah, them days are gone. Them days are gone. James.
Just found this one from Samuel. Says Jordan's opinions made sense as soon as his internet went off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Troops. Yeah, Troops. I mean, Jordan.
They don't like me. You think you're hated?
The real reason
I'm not hated. I'm all right. I'm loved. I'm people's champ, bro. I'm loved. You know what I'm saying?
The real reason I brought Jordan in, I've never seen a man be able to take the heat off me as much as he's done over the years. Before Jordan on this pod, I was negative. I was the guy that needs to come off this channel and that channel. Now, people look at me like I'm some sort of angel now, just because of this guy here. So
honestly, I'm convinced they think Jordan led the Wenger out protest. I'm convinced they think he did. Like,
man was behind the scenes, blood, doing up bail mashing in bail work. Getting the banners ready for the mandem.
It's all mad. And listen, 1:30 in the morning. Big up Jordan, big up James, and most importantly, big up Troops. It's been a late one. So
big up you, man. Respect.
And come on, man. Big up the mandem. I'm locked in, bro. You get me? You lot already know the thing, man. Big up the people in the comments as well, man. I'm waiting, man. You get me? I'm waiting, blood.
Share them some love, people. Come on, man. And obviously go subscribe to the channel. And obviously, most importantly, the GoFundMe link is there. Let's try and make it hit 6K. Troops is going to make sure it goes where it needs to go. So community, loose cannons, help out if you can. But listen, big up Jordan, big up James, big up Troops, big up the community. Like, hype, subscribe. We're going to call it a night or a morning because you'll be watching it in the morning. And we'll be back after the Villa game, obviously before the Bruges game. Probably out on Sunday at some point. But if you're subscribed with the notification bell on, then you'll know exactly when it lands, people. So make it make sense. Do what you need to do. Love for the love. We're out, people. Peace.